Today's video is sponsored by Robinhood. To get a free stock, head on over to theknow.robinhood.com.
Hey, welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Friday.
Guys, we're all wearing denim, so on Caden's suggestion, we're gonna say a brief yee-haw instead of a yes. Yee-haw!
Yeehaw!
Yeah! Well, that was way better than mine.
Okay. Not to ruin your weekend, but we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer to play one of the most anticipated games of the year.
Iron Man VR got delayed, no! How am I gonna live out my fantasies of being a rich dude with a heart condition now?
Okay,
God
well,
damn it.
yeah, that. And Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, yeah, delay season is here and it's coming for all your games.
It's coming for your Buster Swords, it's coming for your Avengers stunt doubles, and I swear to God, if Animal Crossing gets delayed again, I'm gonna burn the studio to the ground.
Fear for my life. Actually, I think everyone's delaying their games because they don't want that Animal Crossing smoke.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Personally, I don't plan on resurfacing for at least a year when it comes out. I gotta collect all the seasonal All right, who wants to be the next boss of Inside Gaming? Anybody? Because I'm out when that comes out. Anyone? More importantly, we should point out that Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed until September, exactly like we predicted. Amir, roll that clip.
Oh. At the end of the day, that also means that we'll have a lot more time to play Cyberpunk.
Although,
Anybody?
I guess technically that
Could still be delayed.
Yeah, let's try that newfound gamer patience when they delay Cyberpunk to September.
Patience?
Yeah, let's see how calmness proceeds.
Take a bow, Connor, you stupid son of a
Hurtful!
You ever heard of knocking on wood? I mean, honestly, man, get it together, all right? Brian couldn't be with us because he's still busy riding. Amir,
Rightfully so.
roll the clip once more.
What is that clip? Oh my god. It feels good to be a precog. Hopefully everyone's okay. Anyway, CD Projekt Red made it official yesterday, putting out this statement on fancy yellow Cyberpunk stationery saying they're moving the release date from April all the way to September 17th of this year.
Oh God, what did they write, Amir?
They wrote, "We are currently at a stage where the game is complete and playable, but there's still work to be done. Night City is massive, full of stories, content, and places to visit, but due to the sheer scale and complexity of it all, we need more time to finish playtesting, fixing, and polishing." That's keyword for it's just not done yet. So you guys gotta find something else to do. I'm sorry. I mean, I know Autumn, you'll be busy with Animal
I'll be
Crossing.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like how's that
You're
keyword
okay.
any better?
This is 2020, just release it full of bugs and then patch it over the next year or two. While games media and audience members alike ream your butthole.
Battlefront 2 was fine, everything went great. This is also known as the Bethesda way. Anyway, the straight A students, nerds at CD Projekt Red went on to write, "We want Cyberpunk to be our crowning achievement for this generation, and postponing launch will give us the precious months we need to make the game perfect."
Oh, look at me. I want my game to be perfect. I don't know why I'm making fun of them.
Yeah.
I actually respect this decision.
Yeah, let's not trash the devs, right?
Eat the devs. No, wait.
Amir, you wanna tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah, it's honestly nice when studios say that they need more time to get something right. And plus, they have been working on Cyberpunk since, God, what, like 2012, 2013?
Yeah.
So what's a few more
Obama.
months? You guys will be fine.
This comes just days after Square Enix announced that both the Avengers game and the first installment of the Final Fantasy VII remake will also be pushed back to later this year.
Yeah, and just this morning, the studio behind the Marvel's Iron Man VR game for PlayStation VR tweeted that they're also delaying their game, which was expected to release next month. I've never been this pissed in my entire life. I want to fly around and be rich, goddammit. Guess I'll just have to put all my eggs in the Richard Branson simulator basket.
I really want a Jeff Bezos sim, where you just walk around and be bald.
That's
the whole point.
Hitman.
Oh yeah.
Hitman.
And a lot of people have died because of Jeff Bezos. Agent 47 billion. What's that?
I'd give you a high five, but I'm all the way over here.
All right, I know.
Thank you. Thank you, Connor.
Oh.
No, it's okay. That's okay.
The developer Camouflage tweeted, "In order to deliver on our vision and meet the high expectations of our amazing community, we've made the difficult decision to move Marvel's Iron Man VR to a May 15th, 2020 release. We truly appreciate your patience and understanding."
So yeah, delay season is in full swing, even more so this year with higher levels of transparency. We'll get into why that is in a second.
Yeah, but out of all the delayed games, Cyberpunk is probably the highest profile title to get pushed back, and if you've seen any of the footage, it's pretty easy to understand why. Amir, why is that?
Well, they're making an extremely detailed open world game with a ton of content. Those kind of games obviously take a long time to polish. No third person view, but you know, I'm not upset about that. Well, just a little bit, because I would like to
That is not how
customize
that
my
was written in
character
the
and
script.
see what it looks like.
They probably just want to get Keanu just right. He is, after all, breathtaking.
Yeah, you want to get a straight line of hair here, straight line of hair here. CD Projekt Red also said that the multiplayer portion of the game is being pushed back too.
In a conference call with investors yesterday, CD Projekt Red VP Mikhail Nowakowski Kawasaki said it was unlikely that we'd see multiplayer even in 2021.
Yeah, he said given the expected release of Cyberpunk 2077 in September, and frankly speaking of the series of events we expect to occur after that date, 2021 appears unlikely as a release date for the Cyberpunk multiplayer.
Amir, how are fans reacting to this?
Oh, well, they seemed understanding for the most part. Maybe a little bummed, obviously, that they won't get to play it over the summer, but overall, people are understanding, and I'm quite shocked. But we'll dive into some audience responses in a moment. But guys, we have an ad today.
Oh my god, there's an ad.
Yeah.
Oh my god, maybe we won't all get fired.
I know. 2020 is the time to start thinking about 2040. With Robinhood, you can invest in the markets and earn interest with a competitive APY on uninvested cash. They make it easy to get started and learn as you grow with an intuitive app experience and no commission fees on trades. And stock prices don't have to hold you back. You can buy a piece of a company you love for as low as $1. You can build your portfolio a little at a time, buy one share, buy half a share, buy 3 1/4 shares. It's up to you, your budget, and your goals. Your first stock is on the house when you set up your account, so go to theknow.robinhood.com and learn more and claim your free stock. Thanks for sponsoring this episode, and back to you guys.
So back to people's surprisingly understanding responses to the Cyberpunk delay, Reddit user C. Will wrote, I used to get upset about big games getting delayed. Not anymore. I've seen so many half-baked, rushed games released, only to disappoint fans and undergo months of patches and fixes just to bring it up to par.
Well, I guess not everybody's happy with the delay. Twitter user Unholy Moon tweeted at the developer, "For real? I just got holiday for the April release time. Nah man, I am just one man and it will mean nothing to your company, but I won't buy it anymore. I will probably watch streams, but I have no holiday left, so for me, it's impossible to play this game anyway."
Shut up, dude. Use your holiday to play Animal Crossing instead on Holy Moon. Maybe we've got a convert on our hands. If you like a complex RPG with an expansive world, you'll love picking weeds with your cute animal friends.
But for the most part, the response was positive. God of War director Cory Barlog, who knows a little something about game development, also tweeted words of support writing, "When it's done, my friends, when it's done. We will all still be here. Thanks, Cory."
So why is everyone except Unholy Moon being so nice? Amir, what do you think?
Well, honestly, maybe they're just tired of, developers taking half-baked approaches, trying to make a game and rushing it out, and it's just filled with bugs. So honestly, I, for one, am happy that developers are starting to take their time with stuff and, releasing something a little bit more polished, a little bit more complete. But yeah, I think people are finally starting to get on board with that and not be so goddamn impatient.
Gamers have been complaining, and understandably so, for a while now about the way AAA games are released. It's sadly become common to see them ship in half-finished states with a ton of patches and DLC releases to make them feel complete.
Yeah, it's also possible that the negative reactions to games like Fallout 76 and Anthem might have shown developers that, hey, you gotta take a little more time with your work, okay?
Yeah, both of these games were intended to be big live service AAA action game. Oops, no, actually, yeah, Amir, right?
Huh?
I'm jumping ship.
Oh, you're just completely abandoning.
Yeah, start with both.
Yeah, both of those games were intended to be big live service AAA games from well-known developers, and both had a ton of issues at launch with buggy gameplay and lack of content.
Both struggled out of the gate and left a bad taste in fans' mouths, and it's really hard to recover from that once first impressions settle in. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really enjoy game developers vampire sucking the money straight out of me because they f***ed up their game launch. So yeah.
Speak for yourself, Connor. I like a good suck from a game developer.
Hey, I want to suck your butt.
There's also the issue of crunch, which has made a lot of headlines in recent years. Nintendo said that it pushed back Animal Crossing New Horizons so they wouldn't have to crunch to get it done.
Yeah, it's nice to see games being made in a more humane way because, spoiler alert, people make games.
True.
Not Twitter user Vex Werewolf addressed crunch, writing to CD Projekt Red, "I'd prefer that your employees get the time they need to work on a game in relative comfort rather than have to crunch and be miserable. Assuming the world's still here in September, we'll all be able to enjoy a better game that's developed ethically."
Although it seems like they're still going to put in some long hours on the game. The studio was asked by investors yesterday if they would need to crunch to finish it, and CEO Adam Kaczynski admitted that long hours would be a reality.
Yeah, he said, "To some degree, yes, to be honest. We try to limit crunch as much as possible, but it is in the final stage. We try to be reasonable in this regard, but yes, unfortunately."
Hopefully it's getting a little bit better.
Okay, so now the question is, are they sure that Cyberpunk will be out in September? Because if they delay it anymore, we'll be into the next console generation, and then it could possibly be a cross-gen title?
What did the management team have to say about that, Amir?
Well, the management team actually addressed that in a conference call, saying that they're confident that they can make it to the September 17th date. They added that they're thinking about the next generation, but their plan is to still release it for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. But honestly, it's starting to look more like a PS5 and a Xbox Series X title. I don't know. I have a weird hunch. I don't want to predict it like Connor did. Roll the clip.
You better find some wood to knock on.
Is this made out of wood?
No, dude. It's
Nothing in this city is made out of wood.
The legs. Not your legs, Amir.
It's a prosthetic.
So there you go. We'll have to wait a little bit longer for Cyberpunk, but in the meantime, there's still Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal to tide us over.
Unless they get delayed too. Any predictions, Connor? Hey, be careful. Careful what you say about Animal Crossing, dude.
Barack Obama's gonna play for the 49ers?
Hey.
Bitcoin's really gonna take off.
Connor, no!
Cat sweeps at the Oscars? Joker is society?
Shut up.
That's not a prediction. That's a judgment call.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Inside Gaming for Monday.
Hey, it's clap. It's Monday.
Guys, you gotta be more excited. Come on.
You know what? Okay, you know
Come on.
I have something that can rev us all up. You know what we're clapping for today?
What?
Microtransactions.
The internet. You've heard of it.
Some of you may have. And now in 2019 through 2020, people